shots out there. Get in the game, cause it's overtime.
Welcome back to Overtime Fantasy, where we go beyond the whistle to bring you home a fantasy championship. I'm Mike Kinder. I'm here with Tyler Jeffries and Phil Corella, and Dan Hudgens is hitting the slopes.
Ski style.
Yeah, he's hitting the slopes. What are you guys up to?
Well, I was in talks all day today, and we got a new sponsor, so shout out Red Robin.
Yum. Wait.
Caught me off guard.
Wait, are you serious right now?
No, Kinder would gain about 400 more pounds.
No. I'm for real. Did we just get sponsored by Red Robin? Because I want some of them bottomless fries.
You got bottomless steak fries.
Steak?
You know what else they have?
Did you say steak?
Bottomless root beer float.
Wait.
They also have bottomless side salads, Kinder.
Hey, and kids, you know what kids get bottomless? Macaroni and cheese.
I thought you were going to say, punch to the throat. But, no, all seriousness, are we getting some Red Robin? Because I really want some.
No, we're not really sponsored by Red Robin.
Oh,
Not
man.
yet. We're going to make things happen.
All right.
So Tyler hit the Red Robin, we hit the Yum real fast.
Yeah.
I got another one for you guys that, if I just say something, you guys are going to finish my sentence.
Well, I mean, one of the ones that I had always luck with was the hold up.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
That's such a good one.
Yeah.
I got a stop.
In the name of love?
Oh, come on, man.
Wait a minute.
It could have went.
Hammer time?
Yeah,
Collaborate and listen? Which one?
One of two ways.
I had to go with the lamest one,
You said in the name of love.
Stop in the name of love.
In the name of love.
See what I'm saying?
We
It's a
just
good
lost
one.
our 3 subscribers.
Yeah.
Josh
good on
just turned it off right there. Josh is our only listener in the off seasoning.
Josh, I'll come over there and give you crew cup, mister.
So shout out Josh Williams, our one and only listener. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah. It'd be a lot cooler if you were just here, It'd save us a whole bunch of time and effort to send you a podcast over the internet. It's okay.
So, we have a good one today. We're actually really excited about this. We're going to talk in honor of March Madness. We have made our own brackets for quarterbacks, for running backs, and for receivers. And we're going to put them up against each other and see who comes out victor.
Yeah, and we're basing this off of who we believe will have the better fantasy football season of the players that we pick to win.
Yeah, in 2019.
Yeah, so let the madness begin.
I saw what you did.
Did you like
there.
that?
Hey, I saw what you. I
Tyler,
got you.
junk punch yourself right now. All right,
I was going to tell you that was pretty clever.
it was pretty clever.
So we're going to. We got a whole bracket system here. We're going to just break down players, who we think would win. By win, we're talking about who's going to finish above who in the 2019 fantasy prediction.
We weren't doing this projected if they were in a street fight, who would win?
Man, that would be interesting. We could do that next time, I think.
Let's
With
see,
the O
quarterbacks?
linemen and D linemen.
Quarterbacks, yeah, O-line, D-line,
O line versus D
street
line.
fight bracket.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so what am I trying to say here?
Well, basically, we need to tell our guest, our listener, our listener, right?
Yeah.
We need to tell him or her, whichever Joshua or Joshina likes, how can one fill out one of these brackets if they wanted to.
All right, so it's loaded onto the website. So there's, right there on www.overtimefantasy.com, our homepage. You just scroll down a little bit, right below, our introductions of ourselves is 3 pictures of a bracket right there. Click on those; it'll take you right to the link.
Yep.
And it's free to make an account. You just make one real quick, fill it out, and once you fill yours out, we'll be able to see what your bracket looks like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's just something fun to kind of bring football into March. And like Tyler said, you do have to create an account, but it's super fast, super easy. You create an account.
And super free.
And it's super free. You create the account, and you just go in and click on our link, and it'll take you straight to the bracket, and you can just fill it out. You got to fill it out by round, so you got to fill out the first round, and then hit the enter button in the bottom left-hand corner, and then fill out the second round, hit the enter button, and then like Tyler said, we'll be able to see what you guys fill out as well.
When you were saying that free bit,
Super free.
have you seen that? Have you seen that commercial? It's like free. All they say is free, 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 free,
Free, free, free,
Free!
free, 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 free,
yeah,
free,
free,
free.
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 Hold on. All right. We might have gained back a listener on that one. Game of Thrones is coming back. What is it? April 14th, 15th?
One of them Tober.
Kim and I are rewatching from season 1 back until season 7. We're watching it all back to back.
You must actually believe that you're in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Because seriously, you've
I've been
been
the protector
of a show. You think that you're like,
I've been the protector of the realm for at least 3 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're definitely Jon Snow, or you're one of the wildlings or something. I'm one of the dragons. I prefer
Tyler is 100% hands down Samwell Tarly.
Oh my god, bro, that is spot on.
I'm sorry for blowing out y'all's speakers. My bad.
Oh my Jesus,
All
Tyler!
right, sorry.
Wow,
Tyler, I'm sorry.
I'm not. That's amazing.
I think Samwell is a very handsome man. He killed a White Walker too, by the way. So
Bro.
he's pretty much a BA.
Come on, let's just think about that. That's awesome. You're famous.
Yeah.
You
So
can use that. Nice. Jump punch yourself.
quit down this junk punch yourself.
Well, he hasn't done it yet.
This guy.
All right. We are 6 minutes in, and we've covered zero about this bracket.
Well, we had a few laughs. Talk
right.
about madness. All right, so here we go.
You gotta stop.
I
man.
can't. I'm on like a freaking flow right
Yeah.
now.
So, like I said, www.overtimefantasy.com. Click the links right below our write-up. There's 3 links there for the quarterbacks, running backs, receivers. It'll take you into the website. Just make an account real fast, and then you can join in and fill out these brackets with us.
Join in on the madness.
All right, so we're going to start with the quarterback bracket.
Let's do it.
Open it up. First one. Number 1 seed Patrick Mahomes against number 16 seed Jimmy Garoppolo.
Look, I don't care if Tyreek Hill is there or not. I don't care. Patrick Mahomes is going to win that one.
Yeah.
I pick Patrick Mahomes immediately.
And now, real fast, when we get to the champion, whoever makes it to the Final Four, we're not saying the Final Four is the top 4 people either. We're just saying that they're going to beat this person or that person. We have Patrick Mahomes, Andrew Luck, and Ben Roethlisberger in the same tier of the bracket. So if we're not saying that if Patrick Mahomes beats Andrew Luck, that Andrew Luck is going to be the 10th ranked quarterback.
Right. Exactly.
Just to kind
It's
of
just the way the chips fall.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the way the chips fall. I like the way you said that. So we all agree 100% on Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I think we just next this one.
Yeah, because we're going to talk a little more about him and the whole Tyreek situation a little bit later. Jimmy Garoppolo, you guys got anything you want to say on him before we move on? Because he is out of this bracket.
Yeah, adios.
Adios.
Muchachos.
So moving on, let's go back over to the 1 seed on the right-hand side here.
Okay.
We have number 1 seed Matt Ryan versus number 16 seed Joe Flacco.
I'm going with Matt Ryan here, just because Joe Flacco only has Cortland Sutton to throw the ball to because Emmanuel Sanders tore his Achilles.
You could have just plain and simply said that Joe Flacco is garbage. And
It's
that's
not
why
garbage.
You could have just said he's Garbo.
A simple
and,
no would have just been just fine.
Just say no, we'll move on. All right? God.
Yeah,
Right,
so we're all 3 together here on Matt Ryan. The whole Joe Flacco situation moving to Denver is going to be interesting to see, but I don't think he's going to amount to much in fantasy this year.
Yep. Matty Ice. Next.
All right, back over here to the left, we have Ben Roethlisberger versus Josh Rosen. Now, keep in mind, we're not 100% sure where Josh Rosen is going to end up, if he's going to be in the Cardinals, if he's going to be at the Cardinals at backup to whatever quarterback they may draft. So just keep that in mind, but
We're basing this off of right now that Josh Rosen is the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals against Ben Roethlisberger. That's how we're going to be doing this pick right now.
He hasn't been traded to the Bengals yet?
No.
Oh. Just asking.
Why don't you just calm down there,
Oh,
free
just one.
agency?
I'm sorry. Yeah, so we're all in agreement here. It's going to be Ben Roethlisberger, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Back over here to the right-hand side, number 2, Deshaun Watson versus number 15, Lamar Jackson.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to answer in like Jeopardy? Like what?
What
is,
is,
like
who is
who
Deshaun
is
Watson?
Deshaun Watson?
Did
Or
you
do you
see-
just say just flat out Deshaun Watson?
Did you see that Jeopardy episode where they had a football category? And,
And everybody got it wrong?
Basic football knowledge, and it got
Yeah.
every single one
Yeah,
wrong.
everybody was like, I don't know, Cotton. Yeah, I did see that.
All right, so we're all in agreement here. Deshaun Watson's going to take this one. Lamar Jackson, we'll see you on scout team.
Yep, grab some bench, bro.
Actually, to be honest with you, I don't think Lamar Jackson is a fantasy relevant quarterback this year in 2019. Is that a hot take? or
That's a hot take.
We'll discuss that in the
you
near
guys,
future.
so
but
so
I
you guys
believe-
think he's going to finish top 12?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying
I think a top 15.
now. My bad. I did say not fantasy relevant.
He's ranked 15, you dummy.
No, he's not.
You just said 15.
No, he was ranked like 30 something.
Oh, okay.
He's a 15 seed, but there's 2 15 seeds. You know, you get that?
Let's
No,
just,
you
let's
don't
just
do
move on. Let's
All
just
right.
keep going.
Number
Back over to the left.
number 3 seed Andrew Luck versus number 14 seed Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I like Fitzmagic, man.
Are you serious?
To just completely lose this round.
Oh, I was like, wait a second. Did you? What?
No, Andrew Luck. Now, guys, look, this first round's kind of, it's a little easy. It gets better once we
kinda
get into
no-brainer,
the.
yeah.
I mean, these are kind of no brainers. You got, it's not like a basketball team that is a 16 seed beating a number 1 seed.
Yeah.
This is like,
It's about to get real good.
it's about to get good here in a little bit.
No, it's about to get real good right here with these next selections.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're all in agreement. Andrew Luck over Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Number 3 seed Aaron Rodgers versus number 14 seed Sam Darnold.
This is where I got Sam Darnold.
Are you serious?
I'm being 100% serious.
I don't have that even close.
Now, I was joking when I told you to junk punch yourself earlier, but you might want to do it for real
So,
now.
so this was my thought process, right? We're talking about Aaron Rodgers didn't have a great season last year,
Okay.
and he lost Randall Cobb.
Let's remember, he got injured in the
Hold
first
on.
game of the season last
He only
year.
has Devontae Adams. He does have Jimmy G, but Jimmy G didn't do anything last year. Sam
All right.
Darnold has Robbie Anderson, Quincy Enunwa, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins with Le'Veon Bell there. The fantasy production value is there. That's why I went with Sam Darnold over Aaron Rodgers.
Well, there's got to be a sleeper pick every now and then.
Now Aaron Rodgers still has Marquez Valdez-Scantling too,
Mm-hmm.
and Geronimo Allison.
Those dudes were bagging groceries on practice squad before Randall Cobb got hurt.
But you're acting like Robbie Anderson is good, and you're acting like
Robbie Anderson is good.
Jesus.
Robbie Anderson is. Robbie
Look,
Anderson
I'm
is okay,
sorry, but you guys are both just. all
But
right, enough.
I don't think that they. I honestly compare Robbie Anderson to Valdez-Scantling or Geronimo Allison. You know, I don't see. You know, he is a step up, but he's a much bigger step down from Devontae Adams.
He only has Devontae Adams. That's what I'm saying. Is
but all right, here you're saying because he lost Randall Cobb, right?
yes.
Randall
Randall Cobb
Cobb
didn't play.
was hurt like the entire year last year.
And he didn't have a good fantasy year, is what I'm trying to say.
He's
finished-
the number 3 seed compared to the number 14 seed.
I'm going with Sam Darnold.
Hey,
I think-
you
I
go
think-
with who you like, but I think Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers. I think they actually make some moves in the draft, get another receiver, and actually have a production there for him. So I don't see. No, don't get me wrong. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about predictions here. So Sam Darnold, yeah, I think his stat line definitely goes up in his second year.
Especially
But-
with Adam Gase being the coach now.
Right, and then you having that addition with Le'Veon Bell, I get it, but I just don't see Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers being
I-
beaten out by Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and I agree with Phil on this one. I do think, like he said, Sam Darnold takes a step up. I just don't think he's going to pass. Like Aaron Rodgers had a bad year last year, and he still finishes like the number 6 quarterback,
I think he's gonna have a bad year this year.
and that's insane. Like to have a bad year and finish in the top 10 is nuts, man. Like
Right.
that's incredible. I think he's a real good talent. I think he'll kind of finish maybe top 5 this year. All right.
Wow.
That was a good discussion. I like that.
Sammy Darnold.
Sammy
How about
D.
it? Okay.
So, because Phil and I both went Aaron Rodgers, that's who we're selecting. And that's how it's going to go. And
Well, we can just talk
Majority.
about each and every one's bracket. I mean, basically, like after this, it's going to get dicey.
yeah, definitely gets super dicey. Jared Goff, number 4 seed. Marcus Mariota, number 13 seed.
I actually have Marcus Mariota.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life?
Jared Goff
No,
looked
now I will
bad
say-
at the end of the regular season, looked horrible in the playoffs, and he looked god-awful in the Super Bowl. So that's where I'm going off of.
I will say, I do agree with that. And I think that the Titans are adding some very good weapons. They,
Marcus
Humphreys went there. Adam Humphreys went to Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You gave me that look. I was like, huh?
I had to think.
Yeah, Humphreys went there. They in the free agency they beefed up the offensive line a little bit. So I really like what they're doing. I just see I like Jared Goff's weapons a little bit more, and that offensive line in the Rams is really good.
So Marcus Mariota, he was doing great before he got hurt, and he wasn't able to play the last game of the season. And they were in playoff contention. I mean, Jared Goff, I cannot say how bad, like, words cannot describe how bad he looked at the end of the regular season through the postseason.
I'll tell you this, though, about Jared Goff, though. Up until that point of when Cooper Kupp got injured, he was balling. So I think having those 3 weapons out there for him will actually keep him in the running for, like, one of the top fantasy quarterbacks next year. I picked Jared Goff because of that reason. I think that having Cooper Kupp actually get hurt affected Jared Goff's like mindset because he relied on him a lot, and not having that third option is kind of, you have that go-to guy as a quarterback. You want to throw him the ball. That's like your safety net.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
I just don't think and also what I heard today was that Tennessee Titans plan on going with Derrick Henry, like loading him up and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know how true that is because you never know when Derrick Henry's going to get the ball. I just don't see Mariota being that proficient with his like passing with those type of weapons. I mean, I don't know.
He has the weapons there with Corey Davis, Adam Humphries, Janu Smith, Delaney Walker coming back, and Derrick Henry with Deion Lewis. Deion Lewis still there too.
I just like the Rams' weapons better.
Yeah, and that's all. Like I agree with Phil once again.
I mean, it's close. It's definitely close. I could see it going one way or another because
much closer
because if
than-
Mariota can get his running going, I mean that adds more stats too. But I just think he's, I don't know. I just don't see him being better than Goff. Not saying he's going to be a bad fantasy quarterback. Just I like Goff in this one, but I like what you're doing though. You're throwing in these little gut punches to our brackets, and I like it.
Speaking of gut punch, go ahead and give yourself a jump.
Proceed.
All right. Moving on. So Phil, you went with Jared Goff. I went with Jared Goff. That's what we're going with. If you go against on this one, Tyler, the podcast is over. We're shutting down shop and we're leaving.
I got
Drew Brees, number 4 seed, versus Nick Foles, number 13 seed.
I think this is a no-brainer for everybody. We're going all Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, it is. I thought you were going to try to joke around with us, be like, "Oh, we're all going Nick Foles." Like, what? You guys are going Nick Foles? Nick Foles, I don't know. I think he's going to snake bite some people this year. Like, I think people are going to go ahead and try to draft him earlier than what he needs to be drafted. And I think he's going to turn around and just kill your fantasy season.
I bet you he finishes one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL this year.
I wouldn't say in the NFL.
In the NFL.
Because there's like 64 of them.
I'm talking about out of his starters.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I could see him finishing top 20, and that's about the highest I want to. Now, this could all change depending on who they get in the draft, how they look in preseason. I may change my mind. I mean, he's went out there and proven it 2 years in a row with the Eagles, so it could be, he could be proving us wrong, but I don't think he's that talented.
Yeah.
Much more talented than myself, but all right. So moving on. Number 5, Russell Wilson versus number 12, Andy Dalton.
Oh, Russell Wilson. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I don't even know if Andy Dalton will be the starter next year. I really don't know.
Yeah, and the Bengals are just on a downslide right now, so this is an easy one. Russell Wilson. Moving on. Number 5 seed Dak Prescott. Number 12 seed Carson Wentz.
I like Wentz, man.
Finally,
I'm
I get
serious,
somebody
man.
that's going
like if Wentz can stay healthy, if he can stay healthy, they're gonna have. I feel like this is the year that Carson Wentz shows what he was doing 2 years ago before he got hurt.
I 100% agree with Phil.
Yep, I'm right on board with both of you guys on that one.
You know what? That could have been such a good debate. You guys are just.
I'm not a Dak Prescott fan. I just don't think
You just don't like the Cowboys.
that's probably
In
half of
general.
it. You know,
I
you
mean,
work
the
in the
shipyard
shipyard.
does that to you.
If
It's
you
fair
work in the
enough.
shipyard and you're not a Cowboys fan, you hate the Cowboys.
It's understandable because I mean it's just like, oh hey, Cowboy fans are
Yeah, they're just
here
obnoxious.
today.
Shout out Steve McGrew and Roy Gilbert.
I just feel like Dak Prescott's more of a game manager.
I don't even feel like he's a game manager, man.
He can. All right, I'm not.
He's
gonna
not going
say
to. He's
that.
not going to spread the offense. He's
Well, look. Let's just say now, as soon as he has a weapon, look what happens.
yeah, but that was
Everybody was saying
Yeah.
Dak Prescott. We got to bench this guy. Dak
Yeah.
Prescott is terrible. We give him Amari Cooper,
Yeah,
and next
yeah.
thing you know, Dak Prescott is like, oh hey, we got to start Dak Prescott. We're starting
Right.
Dak Prescott this year. We think Overtime Fantasy should start Dak Prescott over Tom Brady this week.
Yeah,
Sometimes I think we said that at one point.
yeah.
We were like, 'cause
he did turn into a pretty good fantasy option. I just
right.
think, yeah, you're right. I think Carson Wentz is just going to be better.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you check the route tree, I think Amari Cooper, his most targeted were the curls and the slants and quick ends. He's not
But
spreading
that's-
the field, is what I'm trying to say. He's more of like an Alex Smith type. He's going to do little dink and dunk passes and manage the game. He's not going to cause us so many turnovers.
But hey, I mean, it worked for him at the end of last year, so hopefully, for his sake. All right, so moving on, number 6 seed Tom Brady, number 11 seed Jameis Winston.
y'all want me to go first or what?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jameis.
Yeah, I got Jameis.
I'm with you guys on this one.
God, man, I was like, I'm picking Jameis because I know somebody's picking Tom.
Bruce Arians.
I've always said it, man. Jameis Winston
is a fantasy quarterback.
He's a fantasy quarterback. He may not be a decent stand-up person.
Which,
he may not be a great,
he's not going to give you a
Tampa
whole bunch
Bay
of wins,
quarterback, but he puts up fantasy points, man.
It's true. And, we all know Gronk leaving is probably going to hurt Tom, and they're going to get like another, 7 running backs maybe this time?
Probably.
To have,
7 or 8.
7 or 8, give or take,
And with every year, man, Tom Brady's just getting that little bit closer to the end, man. And,
Yeah.
who knows when it's going to happen. I think Jameis Winston outscores Tom Brady in fantasy points this year.
Yep.
So back to the right side, we got number 6 seed Cam Newton against number 11 seed Josh Allen.
I picked Josh Allen.
Thank you. I have Josh Allen as well.
Cam Newton's
I-
shoulder injury kind of concerns me. I mean, him being in the league this long and being the type of quarterback he is, getting beat up, always. I mean, he has the most rushing touchdowns for a quarterback in I think NFL history already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of crazy. So his body's been taking a beating, and you could tell the last couple of years his throwing, like the ball coming out, just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell he was hurting. So I mean, I picked this based off of that.
Yeah.
I think it would have been close regardless, but
And they got rid of, their best receiver, too. Funches.
yeah, I mean, I like DJ Moore and I like Curtis Samuel.
Now, I will say DJ Moore is their best receiver. I was just...
But they have to. I think they'll get another one in the draft. But But yeah, I like Josh Allen. I think he showed what he's about last year. I mean, he can make it happen.
And not only does Josh... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Not only does Josh Allen have the wheels, that dude's got a cannon, man.
Yeah.
And he's got John Brown in there now. I know I talked about it in the podcast before, but I'm excited to see how many deep touchdowns John Brown gets this year.
Yeah, I was going to say he can sling it.
Sling it.
All right, so number 7 seed Kirk Cousins, and number 10 seed Matthew Stafford.
I've got Matthew Stafford here, just because I think Kenny Galladay's gonna have a great year, and with Marvin Jones there, I really like Matthew Stafford, and he's always been a good fantasy quarterback.
Except for last year.
And I just don't like Kirk Cousins. I think he's overrated. I know Adam Thielen there and Stephon Diggs is there, and those are better receivers in the Lions. But Kirk Cousins makes some boneheaded plays, and turnovers make you have negative points in fantasy, and that's why I'm going with Stafford.
Well, they're both like kind of equal in my book. I mean, I think that this is going to be a very close point spread. I think it's going to be within 80 points. But I'm picking Stafford just because I like him going into a system with the new coach for the second season, and hopefully they'll make some adjustments and figure out the playbook enough for him to get some time in there, because Matthew Stafford can be a very good quarterback if he has enough time to throw the ball. And I mean, given that this is another year with the receivers to like learn, each other's routes and like timing and everything like that, I think this will help. This year will show that Stafford can be another starting quarterback in fantasy, but it's close. I don't really like Kirk Cousins. Y'all know this. I'm not a big fan of him. So,
all right. So I'm also not a big fan of Kirk Cousins, but I actually did pick him in this one, and it's just because like every year, like I talk trash about Kirk Cousins. I talk about his turnovers, his interceptions, everything like that. But it just goes back to that Jameis Winston thing. Like, yeah, you may not be the best quarterback. You may turn it over. That's negative 2 points. Like, if you get 40 points, you get negative 2 points, you're at 38 points, But Kirk Cousins, for some reason, every year he puts up fantasy numbers, and I hate it because I've been saying it forever that he's not that good of a quarterback, and somehow he goes out and puts up decent numbers, And even last year, he wasn't the best, but he put up okay numbers. He was fantasy relevant.
yeah.
So I just picked him just because he's more like a little snake in the grass there. But both of you guys picked Matt Stafford, so that's what we're rolling with.
All right.
Number 7, Phillip Rivers against number 10, Derek Carr.
I just want to say I gave Phil so much crap last year about him saying so much about Derek Carr in the earlier season that for this, and I said so much about Phillip Rivers, and I just wanted to say for this matchup I picked Derek Carr.
Wow, because Phillip Rivers was your man, dude.
That was your boy.
I think Phillip Rivers is going to have a good year. I don't think he's going to do as great as he did last year. I mean, Tyrell Williams was a good receiver. Now, he does have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams still, but there's just something about Derek Carr and Antonio Brown getting their timing and connection down now, and they haven't even hit OTAs. And they're going, I mean, Tyrell Williams is there now, and he's like 6'4", and he's fast.
And also, they have 3 picks in the first round.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make some. They're gonna make some noise in the draft.
Yeah. So, also, just to feed off of that Tyrell Williams stuff that you were talking about, like, people don't realize, like, just a couple years ago when Keenan Allen got hurt, he was a legit wide receiver number 1. And so even if he wasn't that last year, he was still, you got to respect that man because he is so big, so fast, and can catch anything that comes near him. So you got to cover him, and that opened up for everybody else. I think that threat going to Oakland is really going to help Oakland out a lot.
Well, and that's really going to help Antonio Brown out a lot because you got to think the reason why, and I don't want to get into it now, but I have to because I just built it up. But the reason I believe that Juju has been so good the last 2 years is because of Antonio Brown. You don't just get single covered all the time if you don't have somebody great on the other side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think bringing in Tyrell Williams on the other side of AB will take less pressure off of AB because you have to focus on Tyrell Williams too. Yeah. So that's actually a good move. I think Derek Carr is going to feed off both of them.
All right, moving on. Mitch Trubisky, 8 seed versus Case Keenum, 9 seed.
Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch.
Same here.
Keenum has who to throw to?
Nobody.
Okay. Next.
All right, number 8 seed Baker Mayfield versus number 9 seed Eli Manning.
I think we're all in agreement here with Mayfield.
I'll take a baker's dozen.
Pick a baker's dozen. Yeah, so
All right, so we all take Baker. We'll go ahead and go back up to the Sweet 16. We got Patty Mahomes versus Ben Roethlisberger.
Patrick Mahomes.
I went Mahomes too.
I think Antonio Brown is going to have a very negative impact on Ben Roethlisberger, especially with Le'Veon Bell leaving the same year. Now, I do think that Juju is going to have a good year. Juju plays. If you could have like a weird baby, and like have Antonio Brown and Hines Ward, that's what Juju reminds me of.
All right, did you just say it one more time? So I can understand what you just said.
You could have a weird baby, like if you're in a lab.
The mixture of between who?
Antonio Brown and Hines Ward.
Did you really just say two short players and then have Juju who's like 6'3"?
I'm talking about like play style.
Look, those two babies are not going to be 6'2" or 6'3". They're going to be 5'11".
I'm not talking about height.
Tops.
Hey, my dad is 5'8" and my mom is 5'1",
And you're
I'm
5'11".
I'm 5'11" and 3/4.
Right.
3/4.
Got away from us a little bit there.
okay.
But
Moving on.
look, all right, I can understand. I
I'm
kind
talking about
of
talent. I'm talking about talent wise.
All right, we're talking about talent wise. All right.
He's got a lot to prove in this number one
Yeah.
role
Yeah,
that he's
he-
about to get.
Yeah, exactly. And let's not forget that Hines Ward wasn't by himself. He had Santonio Holmes. He had Plexico Burris. Like, he had players to take things away from him. You know, so
I remember when Plaxico Burris shot himself.
I sure did.
Oh my goodness!
I do think that they're going to draft a wide receiver in this draft.
Well, they don't have a choice really.
Yeah.
They need that, and I don't know. You better get Mason Rudolph ready because
Right.
this is Ben's last year.
It has to be.
All right.
All right, moving on. So we all decide Patrick Mahomes on that one. Matt Ryan, Deshaun Watson.
I went with Matty Ice.
I went with Deshaun Watson.
I went with Matt Ryan.
All right, explain yourself.
DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller coming back. I mean, that's
It's
really all I have
not-
to say.
It's honestly not a bad pick. I mean,
not.
Now, Matt. I mean, I think it's close because Matt Ryan does have Julio, Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu. Tevin Coleman's not there anymore, but Devontae Freeman's coming back healthy, so it's really close. I just like Deshaun Watson's mobility.
Okay.
It just adds a couple. You get a couple 6-point touchdowns for rushing. That's
Yeah,
I think that's a deal breaker.
This was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I think Deshaun Watson going into this is his third year now, right? I think he's going to actually show his, NFL maturity, and by learning the playbook for 3 years now, I think it's going to really help him. They need to make some improvements to that offensive line though, because they need to keep him off his back.
now I will say, if Will Fuller would have been healthy all year, he would have been taking a little bit further run for this. He would have been a little higher. I mean, he finished 4th, 5th overall, 3rd or 4th, something like that. But I think he would have been a lot closer to Matt Ryan than what he was this year
Yeah,
if Will Fuller would have stayed healthy.
I can see that.
And that's what this all depends on as well. Like, if Will Fuller stays healthy, he has a shot to, be in the top 3. I don't know if he'll take the number 1 crown, but he has a shot for it.
Yeah, I mean, especially this being his third year. I mean, things are gonna start slowing down for him a lot. He's gonna start picking up on his blitzes, and who's gonna be. This is gonna be a good year for Deshaun Watson.
All right, so Phil and I both said Matt Ryan, so that's what we're going with. Andrew Luck, Jared Goff.
I got Luck.
I got Luck as well.
I went golf.
You went Goff over Luck.
I think I'm telling you right now, if Cooper Kupp stays healthy, they are going to be dangerous. Because Jared Goff last year, he was on a tear, man. He was killing it. As soon as Cooper Kupp got hurt, his production went down.
Yeah.
If they can all stay healthy, they have a dangerous wide receiver core there. And I think that I'm not saying Andrew Luck doesn't. I'm not saying that Andrew Luck isn't going to have a great year because I think he is going to have a great year. I just like Jared Goff's. Like you said, he's going into his 4th year now. He knows the playbook. Sean McVay is an awesome coordinator. They made a Super Bowl last year. I just feel like if they can get some more pieces to that puzzle there, Goff's going to take off.
So all I'm going to say about that,
Goff is going to take off. You heard it here first.
all I'm going to say is Luck. You know, we saw what he did last year with the numbers, and he didn't really have the biggest receiving threat.
Right,
He had
exactly.
T.Y. Hilton, and he also had Eric Ebron. Other than that, he had Ryan Grant, Dontrell Inman, and Zach Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
So now, a lot of people forget that Deion Kane, he was a rookie last year that tore his, you know, he blew out his knee, tore his ACL right in the preseason, and he's coming back. They signed Devin Funchess, Jack Doyle's coming back. So now he has T.Y. Hilton, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, and you still got your backfield. That's why I think Andrew Luck's going to just edge it out, because I think talent's going to take over in this one. I think Andrew Luck's more talented than Goff.
I mean, it's about time you give him some talent around him.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Think about
And
it.
they've done a real good job, like constructing that offensive line around
yeah.
him. Like he doesn't get hit, man. And if it stays that way this year, I honestly think he'll be the number
Yeah.
one quarterback.
Like, I really thought that Le'Veon Bell was going to go to the Colts. I really did.
Oh yeah, it
In my mind,
was
I was
close,
like, man,
but
I think he will go there because I think he'd be a perfect fit for that.
But I think the talent of Andrew Luck is way up there compared to Goff, and I think he's finally getting some weapons around him. I like Andrew Luck as well.
All right.
Moving on, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees.
I got Breeze.
Got Breeze.
Got Aaron Rodgers.
Grab some bench, Rodgers.
Yep. See you on scout team. Get them chopping. The reason why I picked Aaron Rodgers, and this was the toughest, like one of the toughest ones
Yeah.
to pick. The reason why I picked Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees was because I think with a healthy Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to have basically the same receiving core he had last year. I think I just think he's going to do better than Brees, only because with the Saints, they love that run game now, man. They kind of restructured their, and it's not to take anything away from Brees. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, but I just think Aaron Rodgers finishes over him in fantasy points.
Okay.
I respect it, but
I mean, you can't be wrong.
Yeah,
with either one of these
absolutely.
players.
This is a case where you're not wrong until the season's over, and then you are wrong. Or
I mean, you're talking
you are
about
right.
like chocolate chips. You know, you can't really go wrong.
Right? I don't get that. I don't get your analogy.
Chocolate and chips. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate chips together.
Yeah, whatever. Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson.
Junk punch yourself.
I got Jameis Winston.
So do I.
Bruce Arians, man, I think that guy's going to be the difference maker for Jameis, and Jameis is going to hit that next level.
You know what's going to make a difference is because if this year he doesn't play well, he's gone. So
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
why he's going to be balling out, I believe, or I hope so. So, yeah, I picked Jameis Winston as well.
All right, moving on. Carson Wentz, Josh Allen.
Wentz. Okay,
I
big
went-
pause here.
Woohoo! Yeah, I
Carson
went
Wentz.
Wentz as well. I went Carson Wentz on this one.
Carson. I
Carson.
went with the Carson.
All right. So, Matt Stafford, Mitch Trubisky.
I got Trubisky.
So do I.
Hold on now.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Mitchie. I went with Mitchie.
Mitchie,
Mitchie
You like-
Trubisky.
and we know what Dan would go with on this one.
Mitch Trubisky.
Dan loves him some Mitch Trubisky.
That dude's going all the way with him.
He's taking him to the ship.
They going to
All right. So, yeah. Never mind. Dan's hitting the slopes. So.
He's in the slopes.
All right. Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
I went with the Baker.
Yeah, so did I. Wow.
I just feel like he has too many weapons now, man. And especially when Kareem Hunt gets back, trouble. So, yeah, I mean, he can throw like a 2-yard pass and they'll take it to the house.
Right.
Bye-bye.
I hope you're right. I do.
I mean, I'm just trying to jinx you, really. All right, next.
Oh, now we're hitting the Elite Eight.
This is
Things getting serious.
8. Things are getting
it's
tough
just
here.
it's just cool how things are matching up here. It's like, all right, because that last round was tough, but this one's kind of a little bit easier to me.
Really?
A little
really?
bit, yeah.
Who you going with, Patrick Mahomes or Andrew Luck?
Well, I didn't. I went with Jared Goff.
You put Jared Goff over Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
I did.
Are
I
you
think
taking him
this
all the
is-
way to the ship? Or
I think this year is the year Goff goes crazy.
Okay, so you got Goff number 1 overall this year.
No. Yeah,
Oh.
I do. I actually no,
Is
no,
he
I didn't.
okay? Don't
No, I
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I got
He's in the ship though.
Yeah. Okay.
I got Luck.
I got lucky.
Just because Tyreek Hill, we don't know what's going to happen with
Or
Tyreek
is
Hill.
it just because you're a Colts fan?
Oh, no, just wait till next
Hold on,
round.
No,
hold
no,
on,
it's not
hold
that.
on. The Hurricane's name is Luck. Between Andrew Luck and a Hurricane, who are you gonna pick?
I'm gonna go with luck here.
Hold on. The Hurricane's name is Luck.
Ooh, still going to go with Luck.
All right.
All right. So Patrick Mahomes or luck for you?
If I'm picking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Andrew Luck.
Really? Okay. All right.
Is that just because... I'm just joking with you.
Now?
I'm trying to get lucky.
Now this is, we're in the round of 8 here, so it's not to say that Patrick Mahomes won't finish number 2 overall. It's just saying we think Luck will beat out Patrick Mahomes.
Touche.
All right. So moving on, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees.
This was tough.
Oh, I got Drew Brees.
This was tough, but I picked Drew Brees.
Because I had
Really?
Deshaun Watson and Drew Brees, and I picked Drew Brees.
Right.
Okay, and I had Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers, and I picked Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. So yeah.
Yeah. So Matt Ryan, Drew Brees. We're going with Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Well, we're not. I mean, all of us together.
Me,
are not.
my opinion in this one,
I'm
I
over
would
Drew.
probably
I know you did.
go with Matt Ryan in this one. I think with Julio and Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, I just think it's going to be dangerous for Matt Ryan once again. And he's been doing good year in and year out now.
Yes.
All right, Jameis Winston, Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch.
Jameis.
I went with Jameis.
I went with Jameis. I think
Wow.
Jameis has better targets,
Yeah.
or bigger weapons than Mr. Trubisky. Yeah.
You know how you talked about like Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, and that was your tough. This one was my toughest.
Yeah.
Just because I'm really high on Jameis Winston this year with Bruce Arians, but I'm really high on Mitch Trubisky this year because we saw what Matt Nagy did with him last year, and this is another year with Matt Nagy. It's just going to get better.
I just don't know if his weapons can take him to that level, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not saying that Mitch Trubisky is going to have a great year. He's going to have a great year. But what I'm saying is, like, is his stats going to match, like, the type of player he is? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jameis Winston isn't a great player. He has great players around him in this receiving core that can make him a lot better.
Yeah.
Now, the Bears, they have
Allen Robinson, Taylor
Tariq
Gabriel.
Cohen. All right, let's stop with that.
Anthony Miller,
Stop.
Trey Burton.
Just basically say he has Tariq Cohen and Allen Robinson because that's really his threats that he has.
and Trey Burton,
God, please
and
just
Anthony
stop.
Miller.
All right.
So,
Just junk punch yourself hard or just like swallow something.
but the one thing I've been hearing a little bit of buzz about there in Chicago is Kevin White coming back.
Have you been in Chicago lately?
Yeah, I visit every now and then.
Caught wind of it?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
You're such an idiot, dude.
Really?
He got so excited.
Not even a chuckle?
He got so excited.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, junk punch yourself.
It's the Windy City, man.
No, I got it.
You got it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
I think we all got that.
Come on.
Sorry.
I hate y'all.
I think we're taking up the entire podcast just for the quarterbacks. We're at 43 minutes, guys.
We'll have to just... All right, keep it flowing.
We'll just have to do the other ones at some other time. So we're going with Jameis Winston on this one.
Yeah.
Real fast, I do want to talk about this because we're not going to cover the other two brackets today.
Well,
Jameis
how
Winston.
about for the next two brackets, we just discuss the Elite Eight,
That's fine.
and we'll knock it out.
Okay, so Jameis Winston is making it to the Final Four. Is
Yes.
he in your top 4?
Yes.
Really? Like,
This year only.
really?
No, well, wait, you mean the bracket thing?
No.
I mean, honestly, I think he'll make it to the top 8. I think he'll be in the top 8.
Because, like, I got, like, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Andrew Luck, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, at least those 6 people over him. But he is making it to the Final Four just because in this bracket, he was in the right spot.
Right, but what I'm saying is if he can stay healthy, he'll be in the top 8.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with you there. Carson Wentz, Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
I went with the Carson.
I went with Baker as well.
I went with Carson. I
Yeah.
think this is his year, man.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna fly, Eagle fly.
Yeah, this one was real tough for me.
Come on. I hate you. Really? Not even a little bit of a slight bit. You know what? We're going to talk after this podcast. If I say something remotely funny, you laugh.
You laugh.
I don't care if it's like a thing I got to put above my head. Laugh.
All right, moving on. Andrew Luck, Jameis Winston.
See, I had Andrew Luck here and Mitch Trubisky, and I picked Mitch Trubisky in that situation.
Who would you go on this one?
Luck.
Hey, you go Luck. I'm going Luck as well. Philly?
Between who now?
Luck and Winston.
Oh, I'm going Luck.
Okay.
It just sucks because I actually did pick Trubisky over Luck, and y'all didn't let me have my reign.
You're one.
The one time I don't pick a Colts player.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going Drew Brees, Baker Mayfield.
I went with Baker.
Unbelievable.
I agree.
I went with Drew.
I agree. I feel like you can't go Baker Mayfield over Drew Brees.
Oh, no, you can't. And I went with Baker because I went with Baker all the way to the chip.
You
Number
were just
one.
thinking about food.
No, I went with Baker because he has Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, Antonio Callaway, David Njoku, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, and Duke Johnson with a good offensive line.
That was impressive. Like,
Drew Brees has Sean Payton.
Drew Brees also has Alvin Kamara, who's been getting a lot more rushing attempts, and he also has Latavius Murray, who just signed with them. So next, let's go. More,
but I honestly,
The bakery's down the street.
I do agree with what you're saying. They are rushing a lot and everything, and that's why I had Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees, but I don't have Drew Brees over Baker Mayfield.
That's because you're a Browns fan and you have been living on disappointment and just don't see when this is the most elite offense and on paper.
Kendrick, this is your time to get excited.
This is
your time to live it up.
I'm not saying I'm not excited. I just think realistically, Drew Brees has done it year in and year out with the weapons that he has now. Baker's got to prove it. The Browns and Baker Mayfield have to prove it to me before I get overly excited about it.
I just don't understand how you're not excited because they literally have a fantasy football team as an NFL roster.
Yeah, I agree.
You have Odell, Jarvis, Antonio Callaway with David Njoku, Kareem Hunt, who was a top 3 running back before he got suspended because he wanted to play punter. You got Nick Chubb, who was killing it last year, with Duke Johnson, who is a very good pass threat out of the backfield.
Let's not go very
agree.
good.
I agree with everything you're saying. On paper, it looks great, but I've been a Browns fan my whole life. It's the Cleveland Browns. They'll find a way to mess it up.
This is true.
And I hope I'm wrong. I'm praying that I'm wrong, but
I'm calling it right now. Hot take: Browns go 12-4.
That is a hot take, crab cake.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I think I see them winning at least 10 games this year. At least. First in the division. I see it.
I haven't went game for game and broke it down yet, but I could possibly see 10. I don't think 12, but I hope you guys are right. Moving on. Andrew Luck, Drew Brees.
Here, I got to go Luck. I don't want to because I went with Baker, but I got to go with Luck out of this.
So in Tyler's bracket, he had Baker Mayfield winning. I have Drew Brees winning mine.
I had Andrew Luck winning.
And you had Andrew Luck. Guys, we're right in the top 4. We're right in the top 3 of everything. So honestly, this could go either way. I mean, up here, Andrew Luck can definitely have a better season than Drew Brees. Vice versa. Baker Mayfield could do amazing things this year, or he could just take a big Brown on the field. It just depends. Come on, no laughing. Tyler, you haven't laughed not once. Just, you know what? We're going to talk later. But seriously, I mean, with that, Baker Mayfield has all the abilities around him to make it work. So if he doesn't, it's on him. It's all. You can only blame Baker Mayfield if this doesn't work.
This is the most pressure on a Browns quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a stomach ache.
This is one that I think he can handle that pressure.
Yeah, I can't hold that in. That was good. It's a stomach ache.
You're an idiot. I've been calling Phil an idiot all day. I feel bad.
All my life.
Baker's dozen.
He's been, ladies and gentlemen, or just Josh. He's
Josh.
He's been calling me an idiot since I was 20.
He's been calling me an idiot since the 3rd grade.
Touche. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down our.
We're at 50 minutes right now.
Okay.
We can break down running backs and receivers in the next podcast.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
To be continued.
To be continued. Stay tuned. make sure that you visit www.overtimefantasy.com.
Right.
Click on those brackets. and-
Not the running back or wide receiver. You got to wait till next week.
No, you can go ahead and do it.
Stop, Kinder.
Yeah,
You know,
so-
you just love ruining surprises.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so go ahead and check it out. Do your own bracket, and you can follow along in the next podcast.
Yeah. Follow along next podcast. Where we
Follow
talk about
along.
follow la 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 rah 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 rah.
There goes our 4 subscribers.
They're all gone.
Wait,
you know
so-
what? The worst part is 3
That's
of
all-
us sitting in this room.
That's all
Guys,
Josh's family.
Wait, hold on. Are we going to Red Robin after this? I'm so excited about this Red Robin.
Yum.
There we go.
Sorry, I just
It
can't
has
help
to do it.
myself.
Just has to do it, man.
I just can't help myself.
Y'all ready for this?
Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So we wasted enough of your time.
All right.
Thank you for listening. Please tune in next time. We'll inform you when we are going to do the next podcast. But thank you for listening.
I want to give a shout out. Happy birthday to Logan Kinder.
Oh yeah.
How about that?
my man's birthday, April 1st.
Yeah.
April Fool's Day.
So, yeah. Happy birthday, Logan.
Yeah, he's not going to have a birthday if he doesn't start acting right. Because this whole bedtime situation has been an issue with this child.
Well, like
Hold
Austin
on.
Powers' dad said, if you got an issue, here's a tissue.
This is the same kid when he was like 1, you would be like, ready to go to bed, and he would literally walk up the stairs
Oh,
and
yeah.
not give you
He
any
was
issues.
so happy. Yeah. He still walks upstairs. He just cries it now. I want to go to bed. Yeah.
Terrible
And
tissue.
he wants like 4 books instead of just 3, or 5 books instead of just 4.
Did you let him know that's hard for you to do with all the
Hey,
CTE?
look, man. Yeah. He doesn't understand what CTE is yet, but he's been hitting his head on every cabinet in this house, so he's going to know very shortly.
Bam, bam. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you don't run away from our podcast because of this.
We're just like,
So,
night.
so Josh, don't leave us.
Don't leave us, Josh.
Hey, Dan, you got anything to say?
I'm just joshing.